Okay, on the 7th day of Christmas, 7 swans are swimming. And if you watched yesterday's video, it was about the mute swan, so it must be important. If you see a swan, a live swan on a picture anywhere, it's an important sign from spirit. So I'm having to do these early because I've got to go into Hull to see my son and my daughter. So I shall be doing these up front, which means though I won't be able to look at the chart. I will still post it. I won't be able to look at it and tell you what's going on. So you'll have to check that out on the community tab later on. So 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, which is blackbirds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. It's got to be a right thing by the time we get to them 12 days, isn't it? And then I don't know what we're going to do after that because we've got 24 days to do. So let's see. We're looking for the number 7, which doubles as the number 25 because we've only got 22 major arcanas. It is about the horses, so there's born in the year of the horse. It is about the teamwork. It's about pulling together or in different directions, depending on whether it's upright or reversed. It's the Cancer sign. It is red vehicles, like emergency vehicles, fire engines, etc. There it is. And it's about her and family life because it's the 4th house. So we're up and down every day this week, aren't we? We've really got it going on at the minute. So we start where we left off yesterday, which is very clever of them. Pisces leaving the building. Pisces is in Neptune, I believe, at the minute, but I haven't got the chart, so I can't say. And Scorpio, both drained of emotion, not in charge of their emotions. Some people turning to drink to self-medicate. It is depression. And there it is. Issues with the breasts and the womb, maybe, stomach. Going off track. It's a falling status. You have to stand up for yourselves. There will be mountains made out of molehills, and take action, because the only way you're going to be the victor is to fight this battle and win it. So take action. You cannot do this alone. You need a team. You can't keep juggling and trying to do everything by yourself. You may have been doing that for at least 2 years, and you cannot stay in the grieving process of what's gone. What's gone is gone. What's done is done. The past is over. The future's not promised. We live in the now. We cannot stay in this grief. Build a bridge, get over it. Stop crying over spilt milk. Become more detached, is what they're saying. Aquarius energy, your 11th house, North Node. This is a woman, just like Michael was yesterday, of a professional woman, somebody at least who's clear of mind, somebody who's prepared to sever ties with all this grief. It's time. Good advice, perhaps even therapy. No more major arcanas. You have not got the team, you are not pulling together, you're pulling in different directions. It's going to be a battle, but you can win this if you take action. So, emotions all over the place. Let's see. Yeah, it's a nightmare situation for at least 9 weeks. You've been in this bed in the gilded cage, but you could have left at any time. The door was always open. You chose to stay there. There it is. You need a new team. You've got the green light of go from Spirit. Stop wasting your time, energy and effort with people and situations that don't profit you. If you decide to go, you will profit within 3 years. The answer is no. There is no nothing there. No happiness. You have to learn patience, 3 days at least. There could be a friendship or marriage ending, problems with schools and teachers. 5 and 23. Diane and Mark, Simon and Peter, lost keys, lost faith in yourself and others, your belief system, your religion. And there we have the daughters released from the gates of hell, no longer allowing the negativity into their aura, be it financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally or physically. So the 5 and 23, the Taurus energy that we talked about yesterday, in the negative, neck and throat problems. But these are a divine couple. These were meant to be together. But the male counterpart hasn't got enough belief in himself or the situation. It's the tarot readers, the psychics, the mediums. It is 2 and 29. It is protecting yourself. Knowing everything. Secrets revealed. It is Marcia, Kelly, Destiny, Lee, Esme, Rose, Beth and Alice. However, the Beth that I'm thinking of is also known as B-double-E. So that could be important because it was in there yesterday. It's also the carnival people, the travellers. The carnival comes to town 11th of October, where I come from. It might be a different date for you. But the 11 is always attached to Persephone's card. There is a bond here that cannot be broken, no matter what. It will never be broken. But you have to leave behind sadness and the misery over it. Miracles can happen. The masks are off. It's what you believe, what you manifest, your positive thinking, a clear mind. It's children, siblings, twins, Doris and Martin, the names. It is performing miracles, performing magic, finding the right tools and ingredients to make what you need happen. Don't be stubborn, don't be greedy, don't hold on or resist, because the more you resist, the worse it will get. So if something is falling apart, let it go, because what's yours is always yours and cannot be taken from you. Alice again, don't be narrow-minded, believe. If you believe and manifest, it can be. So 1 and 28, 2 and 29, 5 and 23. The 5 and 23 is negative. Somebody is binding themselves to the material world. Lack of belief in themselves. And the 7 and 25 is also negative. Pulling in different directions. Not working as a team. Yeah, there we have it. The miracle happens. We then have a rise in status once you start having faith in yourself and protecting yourself, looking after yourself, severing ties with that negative, toxic energy. Work as a team, get back on track, take back the reins of your life. And then it's very important that it's come up in its own read randomly. 7 or 25. A rise in status, perhaps the purchase of a new vehicle. Justice will be served. Maybe not in your favour if you're the one that's in the wrong. but justice will be served, and it will be served fairly. And like I said, it is the number 11 connected to Persephone. So daughters, siblings, children, twins, and Casey, and the son, and Daniel. But there it is again. Somebody wants to hold on too tightly. You have to let go and let spirit take care of it. Stubbornness and greed and ego isn't going to get you anywhere. Dwelling in the past isn't going to get you anywhere. Yeah. 10 years, it may be a period of 10 years. Your stability, your security may be over, or there is a lump sum, an inheritance that will or has made a difference, but it won't last forever because it's a 10. You have to put your boundaries in place. There we go, Pisces and Neptune. We started with it, it's left the building, because he has decided, as Odin did, to turn his world upside down, to learn the knowledge that's needed to get through this. Standing on his own 2 feet, putting his boundaries in place and learning to say no. I will no longer be held captive by my emotions or by the manipulation of others. So it's escape time. Stand on your own 2 feet. Liver and feet issues will be healed, but it's all about the boundaries. You put your boundaries in place. Don't sacrifice your happiness for other people's. It may be that you have to block all communication. Don't speak for a while. Child maintenance not arriving. Small amounts of money being hindered. The check's not in the mail, etc. There is a change that you aren't going to like, but it's necessary. When it comes, you stay positive, because you need to let down that burden. That burden may not have been yours to start with. As with Persephone, hostage, kidnapped and taken by force, or put under duress. That burden was put upon you by someone else. It is not your burden to carry. So I don't know if I said, but the song was Stray Cat Struck. So Leo again, somebody straying off the path. Can't remember who it's by. And we've got Aquarius there, which we started with. The node, I think it's the South Node, there's Aquarius. And we've got the 2nd house of Taurus. So there's Taurus. So let's see then. Again, it's about your self-worth. How you value things. Do you value only the material, or are you happy with nothing? You have to be able to be happy with yourself regardless of what wealth you carry. It is the South Node, so looking back to the past or returning to the past, or someone returning from the past that you need to stop dimming your light for. So it is what we must leave behind so that we can get back on path and follow our true purpose, following towards the North Node instead of the South, our future. So in Aquarius, the soul has worked for the evolution of humanity, but must now leave behind the tendency to rebel or to be different just for the sake of being different. And in the 2nd house, the challenge is to detach from things that have given security in the past. Yes. Drawing on positive resources and instincts for your survival. So you cannot rely on what you relied on in the past. You must find a new way to survive. That may be that you lose a job, a position, a relationship, whatever it is, a friendship, and you have to find a new way to get through this. And that is about knowing yourself and following your true path, being your true, genuine self. The masks are off. You can't, nothing, no one who is pretending will be able to pretend much longer. It's about partnerships, 7th house there of Libra, open enemies. Yeah, rest. 21, the poppy, remember and rest. Stop, recharge, and look after yourself. It's very important. 21. The fairy in the poppy shows us that it's time to rest. Only through resting can we recharge. The elementals are urging you to take care of yourself at this time. Taking time out to rest is not wasting time. Taking time out to rest is a necessity in order to manage your time better, but not becoming burnt out. Once we reach burnout, it's too late, and then your recovery will take much longer. Self-care, taking time out, is a big lesson for anyone with a lot of motivation or someone who is busy all the time. There is no judgment of what you make yourself busy with and what motivates you. The issue here is one of not putting yourself on your priority list. Your health and well-being is of high priority here. If you feel guilty taking a nap or watching a bit of TV, then this card is definitely for you. The elementals understand that our reality is extremely fast-paced and full of burdens. Those are your heavy burdens. And their message here is to find small amounts of time regularly where you can give yourself a moment of rest and solitude. It could be 5 minutes of just being after you wake up, where you sit with your eyes closed and be present in the moment. Allow yourself to relax and start your day calm. You may like to do something creative before or after work, or perhaps sit under a tree in your break. It is up to you to make this a priority. We have all heard the saying, you can't drink from an empty cup. And those cups are very, very empty, I'm afraid. Because no one else will do it for you. You must fill this cup. It is our lesson to learn our limits and know when we are reaching them. This is an important lesson to show your children also. They learn through your actions. Teach them it's important to play and have quiet times, to be outside and get away from all the tech screens. So put down the tablets, the phones, etc. and just read a book, listen to music, do something different to change your energy. Sisterhood of the Rose. So we said about Rose in there. Rose has been mentioned more than once. The sisters, siblings. So Esme Rose. So maybe a middle name. Sisterhood of the Rose, 78. It could be that he was born in 1978. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses, as she is, and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over this earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages, it is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolises the heart and the sacred geometry of life. You're being called to notice, and they've talked about mathematicians, algebra and geometry before, so it's very important. You're being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You're being called to spend more time in nature, as all the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering, Spend time admiring her creations and you will be rewarded with insight and grace. So mothers and daughters especially here, and grace, the name Grace could be important. You are being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty and yet that exists all around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way too. It could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress to picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet a little more and the shift in vibration can be felt. Surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go, even if that's just with a simple smile. Because people need to see a smile, hear a good morning, have compliments about the way they look. It transforms their energy. And there it is, Stray Cat Strut, the cat and the lavender. Someone needs independence, freedom, escape. The number one, which is the Magician, the positive thinking, the sword severing ties. There he is, number 1 and 28. So, cats are cunning, clever, independent, often learners. They represent self-reliance, while lavender scent brings soothing comfort. Its Victorian association with distrust can remind us to look inwards, rely on our own instincts and inner resources. You can seek your full potential without depending on validation from others. You have power within you, resourcefulness and potential, which are key words to remember. You must learn to trust yourself. And what traits do you possess that you know you can rely on? You are able to survive this. You just need to believe in yourself and do not drag the baggage of the past with you. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye-bye.